Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hope you're all eating good. Today I have for you this delicious tzatziki recipe. So easy and delicious. Let's just get in. So first thing you'll need is some good quality Greek yogurt. Okay, it's very important that you use Greek yogurt for this. You use Greek style, but Greek yogurt is very thick and luxurious and it's just perfect for this recipe. So try to get your hands on some, okay? And then I'm using some garlic. I love a lot of garlic, so I'm using 3 cloves. Cucumber, I will have all the details on my blog post, so please check that out. I'll tell you more about that later. We will also use some dill. Again, dill is very important in this recipe, but I will explain it in my blog post. Some salt to taste. I use pink Himalayan. Some lemon, fresh lemon. You can use vinegar or any kind of acidity, but I prefer the fresh flavor of lemon. Then you also need a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Good quality if you have it, please. So first thing you want to do is core the cucumber. Now, I've made a few of this sauce, and when I was testing this recipe out, I found that leaving the core in makes the tzatziki too wet, and I wanted it to be thick and creamy, so I took out the core. Now it's perfectly edible, just snack on it, use it to dip in later, but you want to take it out. And then I chop my cucumber into very, very thin pieces. Now a lot of recipes call for grating the cucumber. Personally, I prefer chopping it because it gives it a nice texture, and there's a bit of crunch and it's not just all soft. This is down to personal taste. Now, if you want to grate it, or if you want to, make the chunks of cucumber bigger, it's up to you, but just make it as small as you can. I did have a grater, I just didn't want to use it. So yeah, if you're using a grater, you can use that. Then this is the most important step, is salting the cucumber and letting the juices come out. Now, when you don't do this, you risk getting a very wet tzatziki. I am going to let the moisture, drain out overnight in the fridge. You can do this for about 30 minutes to an hour, or just squeeze it between a few kitchen towels yourself. But overnight is honestly the best way because it does so naturally, and you'll see the difference. I'll show you later. Then in a mortar and pestle, I just have a little bit of salt in there. I'm going to make a garlic paste, which is literally just pounded up garlic. I was like, should I do 2, 3, 2, 3? 3, because I love garlic, so I'm going to use all of that. And you just want to create a paste. The reason why I create a paste is because it distributes into the yogurt much easier. Ignore my mortar. It makes it very easy to distribute into the yogurt, and that way you don't just bite into a big chunk of raw garlic, because we're not cooking this, so I'm making a paste. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, just mash it on the chopping board and, do it as best as you can with a bit of salt. Set that aside and then chop your dill. The dill gives it the flavor of tzatziki. You can also add some parsley, mint, go wild, but dill is very important. So once everything's prepped, you want to add your yogurt into a bowl. Okay, everything is honestly by eye. I will give you guys measurements, but I want you to do this to taste. I love a lot of garlic, so I added 3 cloves. I like the dill, I put extra. Lemon is to taste depending on how acidic you like it. It's really up to you. Just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil because it makes it nice and luxurious. So then you mix everything together. Not the cucumber though. Do not put the cucumber in yet. The reason for this is because, season with salt too to taste. You want to be generous with that because there's a lot of fat in here, so it needs some salt in it. And make sure you taste it as well, because I'm going to use the core to taste it. Perfectly edible. We just didn't need it for this recipe. Now, if you're happy with it, you want to cover it and put it in the fridge. Reason for this is because the garlic is quite harsh and I want it to meld with all the flavors. And also, while that's in the fridge, I'm going to put the cucumbers in the fridge too, so the water can extract naturally. You can skip this step and just mix it all together, but I do recommend leaving it overnight, okay? So next morning, I bring everything out and you can just see there how much moisture came out of the cucumber. This would make our tzatziki wet if we didn't do this step, and I've tried it, guys. It really does make a difference. So if you do have time, try to do it overnight. If not, at least a couple hours, but whatever, it's still going to taste great. Okay, so once I've mixed everything, I'm going to put the cucumber into the yogurt mixture now. Everything is pretty much prepared. It's so easy from here. You just combine. I really like my tzatziki with some texture, so I did put a lot of cucumber here. You can use more or less up to your taste. If you want it more yogurty, then use less cucumber. If you want more garlic, honestly, this is just a guide, but I will write measurements in my blog post, so please check that out. So, once I've mixed that together, I did taste for seasoning again, just in case it needs a bit more salt or a bit more lemon. And, honestly, mine was perfect. Like, it was absolutely delicious. I had this in Cyprus. Now, I've had tzatziki before, but I didn't enjoy it. When I went to Cyprus, it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, I had to create it again. So I just transferred this into a bowl, just for presentation. You can leave it in the plate, it's up to you. Serve this with whatever you like, fish, vegetables, honestly, it goes on everything. I put mine on some toast the next morning and it was to die for. If you do enjoy this recipe, please give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and enjoy. Bye.